Y'all tell me why I done forgot to take this little guard out of here. That's why that mug keep on stopping. Shout out to the one person in the chat. We lie. Getting this grass together for the holiday. Shout out to the folks in the building right now. Look, I see Faith. I see Lala coming through. Lily, what's good with it? Trisha, appreciate y'all. Got somebody new. What's it say? Leon Thomas Thompson. Appreciate you, famo. Gotta pick up this dog. Shit. I don't care if it's plastic or what when I'm using these little doggy bags. I do appreciate that they, strawberry shortcake, sponsored. They smell like strawberries, but I gotta wash my hands every time, regardless of I'm got plastic as a barrier or not. Just don't feel right if I don't. Feel like I'm racing against the clock now. I gotta hurry up with the hurry up. See over yonder. I guess that's good enough. It's gonna have to be. want to see where we at thus far. Doc in the building, Rooted in the building, Yvette in the building. Oh, how do I? Don't miss cutting grass. This is slightly satisfying, but I wish it was a 3.0, which is look. Faith, I don't know if you're still in here, but I'm not gonna hold you. When I thought about doing it, I was like, man, you know what? I might as well go ahead and I might as well go ahead and cut the grass. You know what I'm saying, on live. You know what I'm saying, work and work at the same time. You know, two birds, one stone. You know what I'm saying. Try to generate some watch hours while I'm out here doing something I need to do. And when I was second guessing myself, I thought about this one guy, and there's actually more than one person on YouTube, and he go around and he just cut grass for free. And I'm pretty sure because he got, you know, so many subscribers and his content that, you know, he do all his yard work kind of like in like 2 times or something like that speed. And when I tell you, when I first stumbled upon dude, like I was watching his channel like for a good little minute, you know what I'm saying? Cause like you said, it was therapeutic, you know, somewhat satisfying. So I definitely agree with you on that. I'm about to transition to the front yard, trying to see if I really want to, cause I low key be trying to disclose my location. I don't be wanting to know nobody to know where I stay at, let alone get any type of context clues on the address. I guess that just might be the city in me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, because if uh, we'll see, we'll see. I might be able to face it in a direction where it's not showing nobody address across the street. And then I do know that, you know, some people, if they really want to try to use, you know, Google Maps and all this other types of technology to pinpoint the location, it'd be like if the house across the street has a red door with 3 white posts, it has to be this location. Homebody Trish, mommy money getter. What's good with it? Appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in. Out here doing some yard work, you know what I'm saying? Look, and I done the dumbest. I done talking about what I ain't gonna do and end up doing it. But nobody be watching this for real. So we should be good. Camera recording. We should be good. I don't know what the thing was doing. Trish said she doing good. She can't complain. That's what's up, Trish. That's what Trish. Homebody Trish. Yeah, I can't really see, you know, what I got going on because I'm losing daylight. But grass finished. I need to get this little area together. I gotta go get me like some shears or something like that to get that this little part of the yard together. Try to get some landscaping together. Trying to bask in my adulthood. Plus we got family coming over for the holiday tomorrow. I'm about to edit that part out. We had the address showing. No. Camera recording. Yeah, it's dark, dark. What's good with the B3? Good with y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in, stopping for a second. You know what I'm saying? Anytime is good time and it's an all right with me. I need to go this way. Feel like we got finished right on time. 'Cause we just about out of daylight. And I definitely don't want to be one of those folks that's cutting grass at night. Plus, without the lights on out here, it gets dark, dark in this backyard. We already be having little critters coming up from the creek. That's why I be trying to build a little barrier over there where they come through it. But that don't seem to really help none. They still be finding a way to come get something out the trash can. That's all they really be doing. Coming and getting the scraps up out of there. Oh man, what you right, you talking about the man, look. I was not playing. I was not playing at all, my friend. Like I said, I figured I might as well, you know what I'm saying? Run it up one time for the one time. The other people stop in, pop in for a little bit. It's better than not. I'm trying to get a real serious, or more serious about this content journey I'm on. Let me close this door while I go dump this bag one last time. It's on the really real. Just like yourself, I feel like I got the potential to be great out here in the streets, but I have not been living up to my potential. Have not been, putting my best foot forward. And I can admit that it's kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, them fireworks. Yeah, damn fireworks. Look, and they started a couple of days ago. It's like they couldn't wait till the first week of July to start. So I already know they're gonna be going ham tomorrow. I was wondering what the ordinance was out this way, cause this gonna be my first time. My first time being in this area during the 4th of July. So I didn't know if they was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, extra particular about popping fireworks. Cause where I was living at, they didn't allow us to pop fireworks, but people still did it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know if it was vibes like that, or folks was out here following the laws. Well, I don't know what the law is, but I know they out here letting them things go. They shooting off them big boys too. I'm like, if y'all shooting those off now, y'all better have some more for the mall. This remind me of that one time. This one I was living up at. Damn, I need to blow this mug off before I bring it in here. I got too much grass on it. I was tripping. Let me do right. Let me do right. I don't want all that grass up in this house. But that reminds me of the time. Yeah, take these shoes off. When I was staying in Jeff City, I'm from St. Louis. You know, most of y'all probably already know that. But I came back down this way because my first BM, her family was from St. Louis, where her dad was. So that's where, you know, his side of the family stayed at. And they used to have these firework wars. Get my battery. You say what? Fireworks. Yeah, they shooting off them fireworks. That wasn't no pow. That was a firework. Baby girl said, "What was that? What was that boom thing?" But nah, we came down here to visit and spend time, you know what I'm saying, with the fam and all that. So I was all on board for that. And we went to go get fireworks. They're just like, man, we had these firework wars with the neighbors. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm down. They had been talking about it since I got in the car to come down. So I'm hyped, you know what I'm saying, to see what it is, what it do. Yeah, it was like, man, you know, it'd be the house on the left and the house on the right. And we be going all night, you know what I'm saying? They talking about they done won like 8 or 9 years in a row. They trying to go for their 10th consecutive victory, like the San Antonio Spurs or something. So we get to the fireworks spot, and he was just like, you know, he already asked who was all putting in on it, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know, I'll put in on it or whatever like that. I'm trying to not only put in on the fireworks for myself, you know, for the fam too, so they can have a good time about fireworks, and you know, you'll have it in your budget. So I'm just like, all right, cool. You know, I spent like $100. You know, I ain't tell them that, but I was like, I'll put $100 in the fireworks stash. So get there, they grabbing fireworks, doing their thing and all that, and then you know, it's this big old drum of firecrackers. I mean, I'm talking about a huge circle drum of fireworks, you know, the ones that, you know, the small ones, but you know, you get a bunch of them, they crack out, crack, 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 crack. So guess how much that thing cost? $100. Like, I think it was maybe, it was several thousand bunched together. So he's like, asked me like, how much do you got the budget? I was like, 100. I should have just said like 50 or something like that or whatever, because had I known we was gonna spend $100 on one particular type of fireworks, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even talking about something that, you know, shoot up in the sky and make pretty colors or none of that. You know what I'm saying? We talking about just some regular, I forgot what they call blackjacks. You know, they got different names for them. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So man, we get back to the house. We got our, you know, stash of fireworks and stuff like that. I done bought this $100 drum. And they still, you know, shopping and getting stuff, and he put money in too. But then he got, you know what I'm saying, he like, you got any more money to put in on something else? I'm like, nah, $100 is the max. $100 is where it's at. Like, I already bought this drum of fireworks going against my better judgment as is, because that ain't even nothing I would normally do. Not on one thing. Now, I've spent $100 plus on fireworks before. We ain't saying the amount. We just saying how it was spent. Man, when I tell you, when they did get around to lighting that thing, long story short, I think we put it in a big old metal trash can or whatever like that, because I mean, you had to, as many of them as it was, because you know, they just like, all right, now these neighbors in question, They wasn't even bringing no heat or nothing like that. It almost felt like it was me versus me or us versus us as far as what was going on. Man, that was the quickest $100 I done seen burn up in my life. I think them fireworks ran for maybe 5 minutes. Cause like I said, it was a lot of them. But still, I'm like, as I'm watching them pop from the trash can, I'm counting each dollar. I'm like, man, I ain't never ever doing that again. And then it would have been one thing if I was like, oh, okay, that was like maybe top three, top four fireworks popped. They ain't even really appreciate it. You know, so everybody else that was at the house, they ain't really appreciate what was going on. All they wanted to see was, you know, the bigger ones that shot in the air, which I agree. But you live and you learn. You live and you learn. But I'm about to go ahead, dust this grass off, dust myself off, take a much needed shower. Appreciate everybody that tapped in with your boy, everybody that's watching, to the one in the chat right now. You solid. uh, yeah, expect a lot more from your boy, you know what I'm saying? Because we going up. See y'all in the next one. Shit, probably later on, for real, for real. I'll holler at y'all. Let me check out the top fans. Okay, Mommy Money Getter #1, Faith 2, B3 3, Yvette in 4th, and Lala in 5th. Okay then. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure for my 2K giveaway, and I'm gonna make a post. It's gonna go out to the people that's I'm gonna do a drawing, but it's only gonna be amongst the people that done supported me the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate all support and all that from everybody, but I feel like the people that's been like locked in should have the best chance of winning the prize for 2K. So stay on the lookout for that, because Lily is on Lily. Yeah. But I definitely got y'all. I definitely been taking notice. I'm gonna probably put like 10 names on the wheel of names, take my top 10 and get it cracking. But I'll holler at y'all. You say you want to win? I got you. I got you. You B3. You already know you going on the wheel. I got you, bro. I'm gonna hop in the shower and get everything cleaned off. I'll be back on, if not by myself, maybe a panel or whatever. But y'all see me in these YouTube streets.